Well, hello and welcome to our DIY today. And Frankie is 1 week old, 1 week and 1 day. And he's doing really good. He's in his own little room and just as cute as can be. Okay, let's go ahead and start with our questions. Ancestral bliss, what fun. Glad to see you and Papa O enjoying some relaxing time. They're talking about when we went to Lake Powell.
Yep.
Such a beautiful place. And she wants to know, does the boat move a lot when it's tied up like in the harbor? And can you feel it at night when you're going to sleep?
Not at all.
Not at all. I thought I would. The only time it bothered me was when I could see it moving.
Let's say it's so closed in that there are no waves at all.
Well, there were waves, but you couldn't feel them because it's so big, I guess. But if I looked out and saw it moving, then I would kind of go, oh, but you can't feel it at all.
It's moving so little you don't know.
So little you don't even notice it. But good question.
It's not like the shore, like of a huge ocean liner, and you're actually in the ocean.
Yeah. And you've been on those before, huh? So you know the difference. I have not. Okay, Charlene Gange. When was Davey blonde when he was younger and it changed to brown? I saw his and April's anniversary yesterday on their channel and it got me to wondering. I would have asked him, but they have no comment, so I'm asking his mama. No, he was not blonde. April dyed it, and he was a little redhead. Strawberry reddish, and he still has a little tinge of red in his hair, but April colors it a lot. He might have his natural color right now, but it's hard to tell because it's dyed so much. But he was a little redhead.
April was a hairdresser for many years.
Ooh,
and so
still is.
Yeah, so I'm just saying it's in just seconds she can.
That's a good question. Yeah, he was red. Why don't you read that one?
Lemonhead.
Mm-hmm.
Do you eat together at scheduled times?
We do eat together, but just
in the evening.
In the evening, I don't know if we schedule it because we're on such different schedules. But in the evening, we do eat together. We sit and watch some kind of TV show while we're eating. Right now, we're watching Highway to Heaven.
I have a different schedule when I teach school, so. My breakfast is at a totally different time.
So, but our scheduled time to eat is evening. It varies between 6 and 8, depending on when we get hungry. But we do eat together, just whenever we're hungry. Okay, Bella. Who's Katie? Evie always brings up different names to you. Remember when she was calling her friend Rosie? And I do. She says LOL. Yeah, she was packing up and saying, I'm going to go to Rosie's house. And we found out that Rosie is her swimming instructor. And then she wanted her hair like Katie. And I'll have to find out who Katie is. The kids kind of said something that she's like some YouTuber or something. So we'll have to find out who this Katie is. Okay, why don't you read that one?
Kathy Conley, congratulations on the birth of baby Frankie. How long was he and how much did he weigh? What color was his hair? Hope everything went smooth for April. Everything
went really smooth for April. She started feeling the contractions a little bit, but then they gave her some more Pitocin and or whatever it is they give them, and then she was fine again. She said she didn't feel it, and she said it was wonderful. And little Frankie is 7 pounds, 3 ounces, and 20 inches long. Good question. And red hair. I was wondering that too because they had that little hat on him and they said, what color hair has he got? And I'll post some pictures of him, some current pictures that we have. And more from Bella. Go ahead.
Momma O, are you sure you all tried to have fun without the kids? LOL.
We said, yeah, we'll have fun.
At least you got a break. And it was so fun, so much fun watching. Loved you all having a blast. Do people live in those houseboats?
Oh, that's a good question.
No, they do on farther up, a few miles away, because it's a huge lake. It empties into the Grand Canyon. When they had flooding, they actually Oh no, that was up in Oregon. Remember they had houseboats there?
Yeah, I don't think they live in these houseboats. No. Yeah, but in Oregon, there were people that actually live in houses, but that float. Yeah. Then Jimmy Joe, he says that they consider them houseboats, but they're houses, but they float. But these people, they just come and visit. So they do not actually live in them.
They're actually like a timeshare. So sometimes it might
except for the yachts.
Yeah, except for the yachts. Well, the boats, the wake boats.
There were some yachts.
The surfing boats.
Yeah, there were some yachts that just one person owns those. But the majority of people, like Davey, there's 6 owners with it. So
and they take all really shares. Good friends.
Yeah, and they're good friends and stuff. And so that's a good question. But you just see people milling about. Okay, Don Ferguson, do you have an Instagram, Momma O? Yes, I do. Roseanne Orgill.
At Roseanne Orgill.
You have to say at? Oh,
well, if you want to tag somebody, that person will get notification that.
Oh,
that's how you tag
I did not know
somebody.
that. I don't know Instagram too well. I'm on Facebook mostly. Papa's on Instagram mostly. So, okay, Niall Horusus. Where's my shout out? Shout out, Niall. I think we gave him one, but I kept thinking maybe I did give him one, but the excitement of the baby and everything. So there's your shout out, Niall. Okay, another one from Bella. That she's talking about the skeleton jewelry holder. She says that is very crafty. Thank you. How did you think of that? That's amazing. I love. No wonder how you're in charge of the arts and crafts. And the fly swatter. I'll post picture how you can do those fly swatter earring holders.
She calls it a smasher.
Smasher, fly smasher. That's brilliant. Thank you. I've been waiting for someone to say that's brilliant. Everybody else thinks it's weird. But I think it's brilliant. Because it's got all those little holes. I'll post.
Otherwise they end up dropping everywhere.
I know. I know. Thank you, Bella.
Oh, you take them off really quick and just set them down.
And how I thought of the skeleton jewelry holder, I just walking around in $1 and I thought, oh, what could I hang jewelry on, and just kind of looking at what they had there, and then that's what I came up with. So thank you. Okay, why don't you read the next one?
Daniel Lefko. Did April have a baby boy?
Yeah, she had her little baby boy. This is a while ago, a couple of weeks ago. So, and then World Madness, a great info. Will this work for any kind of donuts? And this was I've got about, I don't know, 50 donuts frozen here, getting ready for Halloween. All I have to do is cook them up. Good idea. DIY on. Hey, you can freeze donut dough. Video of freezing the donut dough. And yes, it will work for any donut recipe. And I've already frozen 50 donuts, getting ready for Halloween, and I'll get another batch ready and freeze it because it's crazy on Halloween. We lost you. And focus. Where'd you go? And
I didn't want to step on your phone.
Oh, okay, thanks, son. And so I start freezing everything. I'll make everything ahead of time and freeze it. So yes, that will work. Why don't you read that one?
Which one? Bell again?
Kathy.
Kathy Connolly, Momma O, did you shave him on Ambry's birthday?
Did she have him on Ambry's birthday?
Oh, where did he get shaved?
I don't know.
Ambry's
birthday. Did she have him on Ambry's birthday or close to it? Okay, she had him on the 9th, and Ambry's birthday is on the 10th, and my birthday is on the 7th, so they squeezed him right in the middle there. So that worked out pretty nice for little fellers. And Bella, she was wondering, why is Zayd in the family picture? And this is a family picture of Johnny's family, and it looks like Zayd's in there, but it's not. It's Cedric. And Cedric had dyed his hair, and Hunter and Zayd all had April dye their hair blonde. And so they all look alike. Very difficult to tell them apart. And so when I posted a picture of Johnny's family, it looked like Zayd's in there. I told the grandkids that, I told Zayd and Hunter and Cedric that, and they thought that was pretty funny. They said, nope, he's not in there. Okay, why don't you read this last one?
Great videos from your childhood. Now I see where Ambry and Ender...
Grateful MC.
Yeah, right. Get their red hair. Beautiful red hair. I remember the pink spongy curlers. I slept with them in my hair many times.
Me too.
That's one of my favorite things about watching your channel.
Oh,
You
thank
bring
you.
back such fond memories for me. Which my little brother was chasing.
Which little brother? This is her question.
Yeah, which little brother was chasing the pig?
And that would be my brother Brad. The pigs were bigger than him. And this is when I posted some home videos, and it says it was almost bigger than he was. Definitely weighed a lot more. And yes, in the video I say, doesn't my dad look like Davey? And she says, yes, Davey looks like your dad a lot. So they were, she was just agreeing that. And that was my brother Brad, the little blonde-headed. Okay, last one.
I think it's part of...
No, this is just a question that I was asking. This is, says, what would you tell your younger you? What advice would you tell you if you could talk to yourself? Go back and give yourself some advice. Can you think of anything? I would tell myself, stop worrying about what people think about you. I worried about that so much in high school and junior high school. It just took over my life. Stop worrying about what people think. It doesn't matter. Everybody's worrying about what, and this can apply to your life now, especially with Facebook and Instagram. It's kind of a fake world because we're not going to post the bad stuff. We're not going to post a baby crying or a 2-year-old having a temper tantrum or husband and wife fighting about something. We're not going to post that stuff. We post the good stuff. We make everything look nice. And so, in a way, it's kind of fake, but it's not. We're just showing the good stuff. We're not showing you the bad stuff. And so that's why I would tell myself, stop worrying about what people think, and it's your own, what do you just want to progress each day on your own. Improve yourself each day.
And I would tell my younger self, you're never too young or too old to set goals and things you want to accomplish.
Yes, Papa O taught me about goals.
There's nothing sadder than a person that says, I'm bored. I'm bored. Excuse me for saying this, but people that say I'm bored are bored because they have no goals in their life.
That's right. Yeah, and Papa taught me about long-term goals and short-term goals. Short-term are daily or monthly.
Why goals can be fun is you can be excited to get up every day just to work on a certain goal and make a little progress on it.
Yeah.
The goal can be something to do with education, something to do with physical exercise, something to do with forgiving people or showing more love to people.
Yeah, when Papa taught me about goals, I just thought, I don't know. I just had no clue of what to say. And then he says, well, what are your short-term goals? What is it you want to accomplish today? And I says, I don't know. The kids pretty much, you know, when my kids were little, they pretty much run things. I said, well, what kind of goals do you want? Personal goals. You know, you set some kind of personal goals, how you're going to improve your life, or your long-term goals. That has nothing to do whether you have kids or not. Or
like when I was 12 years old, my new father that married my mother, he did secretarial or clerical work in the army, and he could type really fast, and he helped me set the goal of learning to type. He just gave me a book on typing. He says, here, start with lesson 1. And by the time a year went by, and in high school I signed up for type
class.
Type class, and I could already do 50 to 60 words a minute.
I bet the teacher was surprised.
And the teacher was blown away.
They go, oh, you
so I'm just
do
saying, it never would have dawned on me to set the goal of learning to type, but it helped me the rest of my life.
See, I kind of thought, well, life is just life. It just goes the way it goes. I didn't know. There are some things you can control and some things you can't. And the things you can control them. Like you...
And learn to know the difference.
And learn to know the difference. Like, you cannot control the wind, but you can adjust your sails.
How you react
to it. What direction you're going to go with that wind. Are you going to let it topple you over? Or are you going to learn how to run things? So that's really good advice to give to your younger self. And you know, if you could talk to yourself. It's funny looking back on how things were then and how things are now. And I remember Joe saying his grandmother on the Orgill side, she lived to be like 97, and she wrote 4 different life stories, because she said, 4 life stories, because they were different.
And it was about 20 years apart.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, how could that be?
Yeah,
it's
how
because
could it be different?
At different points in your life, different things are important to you, and you're sad about different things, and other things you've forgotten about.
You see things differently than you did when you were younger. Things have changed in your life. Hopefully you get wiser. I don't know if anybody doesn't get wiser. But it's different. It's a different life story, and I thought that was pretty interesting.
So I actually took her life stories and published them all in the Amazon books.
That's right, in Amazon books.
Yeah,
we've got that posted below.
It was exciting for me to read about how she got older. She tended to look at the beauty in things more than she did when she was younger.
Interesting.
You look at things with more depth when you're older.
So that would be fun, a fun long-term goal for you to do, write your life story. Just sit down and write down events and stuff. And I've written a little bit of my life story, but I got to do a life story number 2 or life story number 3. I wrote a little bit about my life on the farm. Then I wrote about when my kids were little.
And I wrote one on meeting Roseanne.
Yeah, you've written a lot since you learned how to type. Okay, 30. Seemed like a lot.
Single space type.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and close, and that's something to think about. You know, goals. Okay, do you have a quote? A goat? Do you have a goat?
I can't think of one right now.
Let's see. As you grow older, may you grow richer in all of the most important things in life. That's kind of what we were talking about. So,
let's see.
Talking about how your thinking changes and how your thoughts change. Of how you view things.
Every day is a birthday. Every moment of it is new to us. We are born again, renewed for fresh work and endeavor.
Yeah, that's kind of like what we were talking about. Yeah. Renewed again and born again. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. And thank you for the new subscribers. Thanks for all your comments. And may you look for the rose. And good night, everybody.
Good night.
See what tomorrow brings.